Hello! 你好 Thank you and welcome to Ming, the king of Chinese language class.
You're my number one.
This is where you can really learn some Chinese and discover the culture of today's China to find out why the Chinese say what they say and do what they do. This is Ming, and I am your instructor. Write down my email address because you're going to need it. It is mingthekingofchinese@gmail.com.
You are like the king. You totally rock.
谢谢. Let the class begin with these two words you just heard. 你好 and 谢谢. Ni means you. Hao is good. Ni hao is our Chinese greeting. You say hello, we say ni hao. Xie is for the word thank, and 谢谢 is how we say thanks. Repeat after me. 你好 你好 谢谢 谢谢 谢谢你 would be that's correct. It's thank you. Very good. Hey, how about learn how to say very good? You already know the word how. You just need one for very. And here it is. Say it with me. 很好 Now I'm gonna add ni to it. That's right. It becomes you are very good. You see that? We just put a simple sentence together. Now, in case you notice that there's no R in the sentence. Where does the R fit? Well, that's the grammatical difference. The Chinese counterpart of the word to be is not used in the same way. As you see here, it's not used at all. This kind of sentence, structured like this, where to be is the main verb and followed by an adjective. For example, they're rich, she's beautiful, she's hot. I'm talking about my dog. The verb to be is not required when you put those expressions in Chinese. Maybe the best way to get used to this particular concept is to consider that to be is included, is already built into the Chinese adjectives. And by the way, may I say that when you are learning a new language, accepting the difference is your key to learn it fast and learn it well. Okay, let's talk about the pronunciation. As you know that Chinese words are pictorial. They show the meaning but not the sounding to a certain degree. And that makes it impossible to sound out the pronunciation like you can do with the English words, which are sound-based. Then the question is there a way, is there something that can help you learn and practice the pronunciation? The answer is yes, there is a way, and it's called pinyin. Pin means spelling. The character is like this. Yin means sound, and this is what it looks like. So pinyin means spelling, sound. How about sound speller? That's better. That's exactly what pinyin is. Pinyin is a Chinese sound spelling system. It is not the language itself. It's a tool, a powerful tool that gives you the capability to master the pronunciation. And that's how we, the native Chinese speakers, learn as well. Pinyin system was developed in the late 50s by the Chinese government, and it's written in all Chinese language dictionaries, just as phonetic alphabet in English dictionaries. Before Pinyin was born, I really have no idea how people learned. It must have been difficult without the help of Pinyin. However, I think that people who benefit the most from the Pinyin system are really the English speakers like you. It just makes your learning so much easier. Pinyin is the best thing ever created. It phonetically connects the English and the Chinese so well. Pinyin is also really easy for you English speakers to learn. It uses the English letters, and the way to sound out the pinyin spelling is very close to the way you do with the English. In other words, it's true that most of the Chinese sounds can be found in English pronunciation. Now, I want you to give it a test. Go ahead and say it. 你很好. Isn't that what you said? I told you it's natural to you. The difficult one is this, 谢. Now, X here sounds quite different. This is one of those few sounds that don't exist in English. Can you say it with me? She. It's almost like she, but not exactly. She is a very common sound, as common as the English TH sound. And by the way, that's the sound that troubles the Chinese the most when we learn to speak English. Okay, let's try another one. Go ahead, sound it out. Did you say 我? Very good, 很好. Let's give it a little tone. Speaking of the tone, we'll talk about what tone is all about next time in detail. Believe me, it's not as hard as you might have heard. Now, instead of saying 我 so lightly, make it sound stronger with a dip. Repeat after me. 我很好. What's 我? What means I? And it looks like this. Again, class, repeat. 我很好. 我很好. 谢谢我. 谢谢我. 谢谢你. 谢谢你. 我谢谢你. 你谢谢我. Before we're done for the day, we can't say goodbye without learning the Chinese goodbye. 再见 is what we say. Here's the pinyin. Try to pronounce it. Say it after me. 再见. 再见. 再 means again. 见 is to see. Now repeat. 谢谢你见我. 谢谢你见我. Thank you, see me. Thank you for seeing me. That sounds like a proper English. 你再谢谢我. 你再谢谢我. You again thank me. It's more like you thank me one more time, really. It sounds like such a weird thing to say though, but it's grammatically correct, and that's all we care about. We just want to play with the words. Class, attention please. 谢谢. I want you to understand that in real life, when Chinese people run into each other on the street or meet for the first time, more often than not, they would say 你好,你好,你好, and not with just one single 你好. Why do they do that? That's culture, and there's a reason behind it. Class, realize that the Chinese greeting 你好 is not in a question form. Does that mean we don't care? You think about it. And when you say how are you, do you really care? Let's wrap it up. Today, you have learned 你好, 谢谢, 再见. What can you do with these few words? Well, check this out.
Rule number 5, never get involved with a coworker unless you don't mind losing your job over it. Reason? In today's world, a man can be burned with sexual harassment very easily. Limit your conversation with female coworkers to the following. A, hello. B, how are you? That's optional. C, goodbye.
Now be politically correct, Chinese style, and just say 你好, 谢谢, 再见. Class is dismissed.
You know too much, man. Guys, listen to this guy, man. He knows some stuff.